Hi, everybody. We're going to do my goodness, I'm hoarse today. We are going to do the disclosures. Disclosures are something that every time you're going to write a contract, whether it's an offer or if it were a listing agreement, you are going to need to do a set of disclosures before you actually do your contract. So you're going to have in my template, I've got it ready for you. That's disclosure packet. It will have been shared with you. You may find it over here on shared with me, but you're going to use that. And it's going to have for you a broker disclosure, a wire fraud advisory, a buyer's agency if it's a buyer, and it will have a lead-based paint packet, just the pamphlet, because you'll be signing, if you're buying, you'll be signing a disclosure on that. If you're selling, your seller will be filling out a disclosure on that. So it's pretty simple. You're just gonna, after picking that, you're gonna come through here. You're going to, I'm going to continue like it's a buyer. Most of you will be doing buyers. You've got your names of your buyers. Oops, I somehow skipped through adding the recipients. So I'm going to do that here. So with everything else, like everything else, you're going to have me first with the right to edit. You're going to then have me as your team lead who will be signing. And then you will have buyer one and buyer two. If you happen to be doing a listing agreement, you can just replace the name. It doesn't matter at this point if they're a buyer or a seller. We have a new broker, so I'm going to change that here. And I'll update the template soon. And then it's going to go on to our transaction manager afterwards. So I'm going to put in my client that I'm about to write something for. And here we go. So I do not have a second party to sign. And then we'll be done. So now I also don't have a buyer agreement, but I'm going to go through how you would fill this out. So you would replace these two dates to be the mark of your buyer's exclusive agency, the date for which it's available. So it would be something like today's date for about 90 days. Usually we do residential property in the state of Missouri. If you have a special case where a buyer is maybe not sure that they want to use you exclusively, you might in here write the actual property address that you think you're going to make an offer on. And then that's going to be a buyer's agency agreement for this property only. But if it's somebody that you're looking at a lot of property with and you are exclusive with them, then you'll just put residential property in the state of Missouri. These yellow fields are set up for me to fill out. However, typically we are, the typical commission that we are receiving is 2.7%. We have a minimum of $3,500. We don't charge any additional commission. And these things all could change based on the situation. So that's what we do. The 120 days, this section just says that you will, if a property that you showed to the individual were to be purchased by them, that you are owed the commission. This is really more acknowledgement of your role and responsibility when it comes to other agents, so that somebody else isn't taking over your commission. But to be honest, you know, if your client wants out of your buyer's agreement, we will end it at any time. We're not going to force people to work with us. So your buyer is going to initial every page, and then you are going to down here. Oh, also the section above with the commission that only comes due at the time that they were to come to close. So you don't have to worry about that. And then also your buyer is only going to participate in a portion of that payment if the seller is not paying out your minimum, so 2.7 or the minimum of $3,500. Now, honestly, if an agent is only paying out 2 or 2.5, there are circumstances where that happens, especially as prices get higher. So We will probably change that and waive it at the closing table, but that's not even really something you need to bring up. Buyers don't generally know what's the assigned commission, and we don't really have to discuss it with them. We can just waive it at the closing table without them really needing to know. So you come down here. This is going to be my name, Lynn Hart, because I am the agent that's going to be on the contract. It's under my license. If you had your own buyer that was not a team lead, this would be your name, and you would have changed my name to your name up in the front, not the edit part, but the actual agent of record part. So even if it is your own lead, I'm still going to approve your contracts first to make sure that you've done them correctly and you're not going to have any compliance issues. So otherwise, if it is me that's the agent of record here, then your name is going to go here. And then finally, your client's going to sign here and our broker will sign here. I'm also going to sign just at the bottom so that as an acknowledgement that I did see the document and agree to it. So your client's also going to sign the wire fraud advisory. They're going to review the Missouri broker disclosure form. This information will be changing with our new broker here soon. And then you would select buyer. I've got it automatically selected for you. For me, I'm actually doing a seller today. So I'm going to remove the buyer designation. And I'm just going to let you see the rest. So this is the lead-based paint pamphlet, several pages long. I'm not going to go through the whole thing, but I'm also going to let you see up here what I'm going to do. Since I am doing a seller, I do not need the buyer's exclusive agency document, so I'm going to delete that from my package. And then the only other thing that I think I have to do, I think that's it. I'm going to send it to me, and I'm going to, oh, I somehow didn't assign. Oh, Janet Jeffrey doesn't have any signature now because I removed her because I removed the buyer's agency agreement. So I'm going to remove her. If you were doing a listing agreement, you would do this too. So Jana, we're going to take her off of this doc. I'll go straight to Shelly when I get it signed. Caleb's going to be my signer. I'm the team lead. Also, I don't need to edit my own document. I'm going to remove this. You should not do this. This gives me the ability to correct something if you have a mistake rather than send it back and make you correct it. And so that just saves us time. When I correct something, I absolutely tell you what I did and why I did it. And if it's necessary, I can send it back to you to correct it. But if we've done it right, it shouldn't be an issue. So now I get the opportunity to sign as the agent on these agreements. I'm going to just do that so that you can see it. And I don't have to sign the wire fraud agreement, but I do have to sign here. And now I'm done. And this is going to Caleb. All right. So that is it for a how do we do the broker disclosure package. You're always going to do this before you write your other contract so that your buyer can be signing their disclosures while you're writing up their contract. Okay? Let me know what questions you have. Post them in the comments below.